Yeah, bro, I'll never forget it. I went to Gruden's house right after it happened. Me and Rachel went to his house. He got, he resigned. He's just sitting in his living room, and he's got this fucking beautiful fucking house. He's just sitting in the corner like the Godfather, and you just see it, like he couldn't even like look me in the eyes, bro. He was fucked up and just like tearing up, and he would just like apologize. I'm so sorry. I'm like, Coach, stop fucking apologizing. Like, I love you to death. Like, you're the one that gave me a shot when nobody else did. And like, the guys still, after all this shit, like, we still love them. And he's like, I'll be back. He's in, to this day, he's like that. I'll be back.
We're living in the good old days. Take a look around. Ain't it funny how feels like we're in the good old days. Go and grab a cup, go and fill it up. Cheers to living in the good.
Welcome to Glory Daze, an Almost Friday Media Original. I'm Johnny Manziel. Today on the pod, we have one of my favorite players in the NFL, face of the Las Vegas Raiders, a guy who's truly been through a lot of adversity, one of my favorite stories, Maxx Crosby. And Max and I dug deep into the current state of the Raiders, his journey from being an Eastern Michigan Eagle to the highest paid non-QB in the league, and how in the midst of all that, he was able to overcome addiction and create a life he never thought possible. I'm excited for you guys to hear our conversation. This is Glory Daze with Maxx Crosby. Maxx Crosby, welcome, my brother.
My God, appreciate
you, bro. Good to see you, bro.
Always, brother.
You know, that first year, you guys really had some characters on the team, fucking,
yeah, that's an understatement.
It was, as you look back at like times of NFL, like the first Raiders year, Gruden, Incognito, Vontez Perfect,
AB,
Antonio
Brown, yeah.
There's got to be some good stories coming out of that first training camp.
Bro, I couldn't, what makes it even better is that like, we had Hard Knocks. So people kind of got to see what it was, you know what I mean, to an extent. But it was like, I thought it was normal, like the shit that was going on every day. Like Richie, for example. Richie is fucking one of a kind. And ironically too, like he was at Exos training, like he was out of the league, like he had all that shit going on, and he was out of the league at the time, and he was just training at Exos. So I'm getting ready for the combine. I see fucking Richie's big ass walk in every day, and he's getting after it. So I get drafted there, and I'm like, holy fuck, like I'm about to be in the locker room with this dude, and he's fucking off the wall. Like he doesn't give a fuck. Like you talk about like an enforcer, you don't fuck with Richie. Like you want, like my goal going in that locker room was like, I gotta get cool with Vontez, I gotta get cool with Richie. Like you want those type of dudes on your side. But yeah, bro, I got so many fucking stories. So obviously 99% of them I can't really tell, but it was like a reality TV, bro. And I think AB was the biggest culprit, like from the feet getting burned off to the fucking hot air balloon going into camp. I'm like, this is not real. Like this is like Blitz the League type shit. It didn't seem real, but it was like, I knew nothing else. And at the time, like, I'm just trying to like figure the fuck out. I'm trying to figure out how to put my fucking shoes on. I did the NFL, you get fined for wearing fucking your leggings around. Like I was
not
just
showing enough sock.
Yeah, not showing enough sock. I'm like, I didn't even think one fucking time about this in college. So it was definitely a crazy experience. But yeah, like, I mean, Antonio Brown, like that dude is, I've never seen anything like it. Like he had his whole family. Like we're in training camp, like in team period, and like he just have his shoulder pads off on the sideline, like just playing catch with his kids on the other field. I'm like, what the fuck? Like in my head, I'm like, this can't. Like I'm like, is this normal? But I'm like, oh, I guess he's a superstar, so you just do what the fuck you want. And then you see the guys pulling out. Everyone's got Rolls Royces and all this shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, why am I here? Like I just felt like I was like placed in like, it was like a movie, and I just happened to like fall into the wrong movie at that time. It was crazy, bro, on a daily basis. And Trent Brown, like he had just been, paid the highest paid lineman of all time. I've gone against a lot of bad motherfuckers, like even in the MAC, like I played some real competition, and I see Trent Brown, this is the biggest human I've ever seen in my life, and he moves like a fucking cat. Like, I'm like, I don't know if I can play here. Like, I don't know if this is gonna work out. Every time I stunt inside, I got Richie waiting for me trying to fucking decapitate me.
Rip your fucking head off.
Yeah, it was different. But I just, like, confident-wise, like, once you go in there, you like, if you fucking go in there, like, scared, like, you have those thoughts in your head, but, like, every time I get in the field, like, I'm like, I gotta, like, if I beat this motherfucker, like, I'm good. And once I started doing that, then they started respecting me. So I just became one of them. And they took me under their wing, and the rest is history.
Speaking of Gruden a little bit, still close with him. A guy I loved being around. After my first year in the league, I went and stayed with him for a week down in Florida, and like just fucking one of the coolest guys, one of the greatest football minds. You know, it's a little bit of a travesty that he's not still coaching in the NFL.
Crazy, bro. It makes me sick for him. And I
know he wants to be doing that shit.
The dude is addicted to football. That's all he does. And I think he will get another opportunity, whether it's college or being a head coach somewhere, or being, you know, coming back to the league and doing it at some point. I just know it doesn't stop for him. Like, he's a football lifer. He's never going to stop. You see, he has his own facility in Florida, and he has different rooms for every player and every situation.
That guy's got more fucking film tape than you've ever seen in your life.
He's got fucking libraries full of it. So, yeah, I think he'll definitely be back. But yeah, Gruden was so good to me, and just when that situation happened, like I remember it so vividly. It was like leading up. We started the year really well. Like we beat Baltimore overtime the first game at home. We go to Pittsburgh. We beat Pittsburgh. I forget who we played after that, but we won again. Like I think we were 4-0 at the time. So we're like feeling really good. We're cooking. We're feeling great. And then we go. The week we were preparing for Chicago, the first like email leaked where he was talking about the PA, one of the PA guys. He said some shit, or some crazy shit. I don't remember exactly, but it like became a big thing. And so you could tell like Gruden was like fucked up over it, and he felt so fucking bad, and he apologized from the team. Like, he's in tears. Like, I'm so fucking sorry. Like, this is not me. This is 10 years ago. Like, whatever. But it was just like one email. So we're like, we love Gruden. You know what I mean? Even everybody. Like, so we're not thinking anything of it that's going to happen more.
Sure.
So I just knew, like, going to that game, like, Coach Gruden was in a whole different mind space. And we go into Chicago, like, we couldn't move the ball. I don't think we got past the fucking 50-yard line. And we lose to Chicago, who was a rookie quarterback at the time. Like, we were supposed to beat the fuck out of them. We lose that game. Then right after that Monday, I think it was the Monday, all of the shit started leaking. All the fucking emails, all this shit, and it just got worse and worse and worse. And it just was happening so fast. And as a team, we're like, what the fuck is going on? And it just got bad, bro. So like, it was a Tuesday, and you know, Tuesdays are typically your off day, and you just see more shit, and it's all everyone's talking about, every fucking thing on SportsCenter. I'm like, oh fuck. And then that night, I get a call from Mayock, and Gruden resigned. Like, he went up in front of the team, he was asked to resign, and blah blah blah. And it was just like, holy fuck. Like, this is the guy who drafted me. Like, I got such a good relationship with him. I fucking love this dude. Like, he went to bat for me, and now he's gone like that overnight. So as a team, you're like, you go one or two ways. You either fucking fall off the deep end, like, oh, feel bad for yourself, or like, we come together, and that's exactly what we did. Like, we got so close as a unit. Rich Bisaccia, we fucking love the dude to death. He's another one that I'm super close with to this day. He steps in, and we're like, let's do it for Rich. Like, that was our mentality. Let's do it for Rich. We want to get Rich a head job. And we fucking bought in together, bro. And that year, that was the closest I've ever been with a team in my life. Like, we were one the whole time. And the Henry Ruggs situation happened 2 weeks after that. And it was like, it was just one thing after another, but it just brought us closer. And yeah, bro, I'll never forget it. I went to Gruden's house right after it happened. Me and Rachel went to his house. He resigned. And it was like I don't even remember what day it was. A couple days after it happened, he's just sitting in his living room, and he's got this fucking beautiful fucking house. He's just sitting in the corner like the Godfather, and you just see it, like, he couldn't even like look me in the eyes, bro. He was fucked up and just like tearing up, bro. And I'm sitting there with Rachel, like, me and her were both fucked up. Like, we're all tore up. And he was just like, apologize. I'm so sorry. I'm like, Coach, stop fucking apologizing. Like, I love you to death. Like, you're the one that gave me a shot when nobody else did. And like, the guys still, after all this shit, like, we still loved them. So it was tough to see a guy like that who's such a good dude and such a fucking loyal, like, ride or die person. Like, basically, you know what happened. There's a whole lot of bullshit that comes with it, but like, they went after him. They went after him. And he knew it. He said it there, like, and he's like, I'll be back. He's to this day, he's like that. I'll be back. And that's why I got so much respect for him, because no matter what, he got the whole world coming after him, and he just true to himself. You know, he knew he made a mistake. He knew he said some shit he didn't necessarily mean, but I mean, it was 12 years ago too. And you learn, you grow, you build, you're like, that's not the Gruden we know. And he owned it, and that's why I truly believe he'll be back, no doubt.
I want to take a quick break to talk to you about one of my favorite brands, Fanatics. Some of you might know me as Johnny Football, but today you can call me Johnny Fan Cash. Fan Cash is the top reason bettors choose to bet with Fanatics. Here's why: when you bet with Fanatics Sportsbook, you get Fan Cash, win or lose. You can then redeem your Fan Cash on anything Fanatics. Fresh apparel from Mitchell & Ness, rare collectibles, trading cards, and of course, bonus bets with the Sportsbook. It's a rewards program, but for sports betting. So all those bets you make, win or lose, get you closer to something awesome. Also, new customers don't miss a special welcome offer. Sign up and use promo code Glory Daze to get $200 in bonus bets when you place your first bet of $20 or more. Download Fanatics Sportsbook and get in on the Fan Cash, and maybe you'll get a cool nickname too. New customers only. Must wager $20 or more cash on any market with odds of -500 or longer within 7 days of account opening to receive $200 in bonus bets. Bonus bets expire 7 days from issuance. Terms apply. See Fanatics Sportsbook app. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Connecticut residents, call 888-789-7777. Massachusetts residents, call 800-327-5050. And New York residents, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. Maryland residents, visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Last year, tough season. Finally feel like you're at a point where you're done with the rehab, feel like you're healthy, back through OTAs. You're just talking about how good that feels to finally feel like you're back to 100% and ready to rock for an exciting year.
Yeah, for sure. That's honestly, I think, just you talk about Glory Days and the good, the bad, the ups and downs. Like last year was a true testament of that. It tested me in a million different ways, and first time having to miss football games in my life. You know what I mean? I've never missed a game, and had 2 high ankle sprains in one season, going through a lot of turmoil, coaching change again. It was just a lot, but honestly, I think, everything happens for a reason. So stayed strong through it all, played through a lot of bangs and bruises, and the season didn't go the way we wanted it to, but ultimately, I feel like we're in a great spot as a team, and that's life in general. You know what I mean? If you quit and give up when it's hard, then you're going to be, feel even worse about yourself. You just keep fighting through it. Eventually it's going to get better. So that's really where I'm at now.
What do you feel like as you go through like that first time really missing games that you like have to learn about yourself and like what that's like on a week in and week out basis where, you're watching it be a little bit of a struggle and you're not there to be able to help when you know you're that difference maker?
Bro, it's tough. I'm not going to lie. It's one of the hardest things I've dealt with in my career. I don't hardly miss a snap. So having to take a step back, and just watch it from a different perspective. At first, it was like the worst thing on the planet, but like I said, I feel like everything happens for a reason. It was just different, bro. Like the competitor in me, I couldn't fucking sleep at night. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're just sitting there hopeless and you want to go. And what it made it even worse was like the first time it happened, like the very end of the Ravens game, week 2, like we just went on the road in Baltimore and fucking upset the Ravens, and we're feeling like we're at the top of the world. The second to last play, I get rolled up on and tear my ankle all up. So in my head, I knew my shit was fucked up, and I'm barely hobbling off the field, but I just had like one of the best games of my career. Just had a huge win. So like your emotions are fucked up. Like I was everywhere, like mentally. I'm like trying to like compartmentalize it and act like everything is good, and I'm so excited in the locker room with the guys. I'm like, I can't even fucking walk right now. And I've never felt that. Like I've never had a high ankle sprain. So my shit, I couldn't put any pressure on it. I go out there the next week. We play Carolina at home, and like we're supposed to get another big win where, the momentum's going the right way. And I'm fucking playing in a boot. I told them, I'm like, fuck that, I'm playing. And I got literally this huge cast on my leg. I couldn't fucking put my foot in the ground. And so I tried to play through it, but just my stubborn self, like I had to feel it myself to be like, okay, I got to get the fuck out of here. For sure. And the next week I had to miss a game, and then I literally missed one game. But I was supposed to be out like 4 to 6 weeks minimum, and I missed one game and thugged it out through the year, and then fucking got rolled up again against Tampa, and then it ended up ultimately ending my season because it was a grade 3 the second time, and they're like, if you keep going, like you can permanently fuck your ankle up.
Yeah, a lot more long-term damage.
Yeah, and at that point it was just like, I mean, we're 2-10 at the time, and they're like, you're not fucking playing, and I knew deep down, like I knew I couldn't physically play like how I play, so that was when I had to make a decision, and it was tough, but.
Yeah, I think you're obviously, loved by the fan base and Raiders fans to the point that like you're playing through that, right? Like it takes getting to that point where you like completely physically can't do it, to where you have to like finally be kind of put off to the side a little bit and be like, listen, this is going to be, you know, a long-term type of deal if you don't kind of shut it down for a little bit. I don't feel like there's a lot of guys in the league, you know, who are going to go through that on a week in and week out basis and deal with that.
No, it was, bro, miserable. Like, I know, like, my confidence comes from my preparation and how I practice and how I train all year round. So it's like I'm going into games knowing I got a fucking pop tire, and I'm going against, you know, I'm the guy that's circled every week. I'm getting chipped, doubled, and all that, and it's like it's not the same type of fucking nitrous in my engine, and it's like that was the hardest thing, and just playing through it. Like I played, I think 500 consecutive snaps until I got taken out in the Tampa game, and it was more like me like trying to just fucking will my way through it, which is like my body's like, you need to fucking go home, like you need to reset. And yeah, I just, you know, it's a motherfucker, but it is what it is. I think everybody goes through it at a certain point in their career. They gotta, you know, miss some games and shit like that, and it was just meant to be. So yeah,
I think it's obviously, you know, something that happens quite a bit for you to be able to play as long as you have and like not have to really deal with anything like that where you've missed a lot of time.
Yeah,
is a blessing in itself.
No doubt.
You know, new GM, new head coach, you know, they come in, first order of business, get a deal done.
Yeah.
Obviously states a lot about what you are to the organization, what you are to this new coaching staff. You know, how has it been with that regime change and those guys coming in?
Yeah, it's honestly, like I said earlier, it's been a breath of fresh air. Like just the energy Pete brings, it's real. You know, you hear about it and you see it on TV and him throwing the ball around. He's got his fucking gloves on and his big ass Air Monarchs and he's tossing the ball. But that's him every day. And, you know, every day I go up and watch film with my D-line coach, and just at the most random points, he'll just come fucking walk in the room and be like, hey, by the way, boom, drop something. He'd be like, you like this? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And then he just dips out and then he's going, he's all gas all the time. And like, you love that. Like, you know how it is, like as a kid, like you have those football coaches that you're like, you're excited to like hear what he's got to say in the meeting because you don't know what the fuck's about to happen. And that's just how he is. It's like constant competition. Practice is fun. Like we get to it. Like don't get it mistaken. Like we get after it. But at the same time, he makes it an environment that's fun to be in all the time, and then you're looking forward to getting in the building every day. And it's been a few years of, you know, some days you go in there and you're like, fuck, like what's today gonna be like? You know what I mean? But
it's a tough situation to be in when the building's like that too.
It's tough, bro. And you have some tough times, and being a leader, being a captain, I take a lot of pride in that. So when you have a lot of guys that aren't fully in and you're trying to drag them, like, come on, bro, it doesn't matter what's going on. Fuck what they got. You know, sometimes you got to be like that. Like, fuck it. Like, it's about us. We're the ones out there playing, but not everybody's wired like that. You know what I mean? Like, so it's different now when you have a coach that pushes that culture and he empowers the players to push it. And it's hard not, like, if you're not enjoying it, if you're not a part of the culture, like you're gonna stand out like a sore thumb. And that's the thing with Pete, like he's all about the culture, and it's been really fun so far.
Getting the deal done, what's that mean for you, and finally getting to a point where you're like, you know, reset the market, got a big deal, and kind of paving the way for your position?
Yeah, it's dope, bro. You know, honestly, it's funny, like the first time I got my first extension a few years back, it was like, you know, it's not like anything changed in that moment. We're like, oh my God, I made it, whatever. It meant so much because it was like, damn, like I find that like I really like got paid, you know what I mean? I'm coming off a rookie deal. So you get at that time, like I'm top 5 paid at the position. I'm like, holy shit, like I can't believe this is fucking real. So like you have a million thoughts in your head, like, damn, what's gonna be my first like purchase, the things you think about as a kid. But this time around, you know, being able to actually reset the market for 4 days, I think it was, but still, like, just the fact that we got to set history, you know what I mean? And a guy, you know, coming from where I came from, a 2-star recruit from Eastern Michigan, being the highest paid in NFL history, non-quarterback, like, that shit means a lot. And it's just a testament to what I do on a daily basis. And it just shows, it's a reflection of, you know, it's a whole new coaching staff. You know what I mean? Like they haven't been around me every single day, but they know what I bring to the table. My film doesn't lie. My energy is real, and this is my life. Like I literally sacrifice everything to be in this position and help my team win. And the money is obviously incredible, but this time around it's just like, it's more about the respect of it. Like John Spytek, a guy who's won Super Bowls before, been around Von Miller, guys like that. Pete Carroll's won Super Bowls, won national championships. Like these are the best of the best. And for me, I've had individual success. I've overcome a lot of odds and done a lot of great things, but I've made the playoffs one time in 6 years. That's all. Like you could have all the fucking individual accolades, but it doesn't. You know how it is. I fucking struggle to sleep at night thinking about like I gotta watch these other motherfuckers in the playoffs and like I should be fucking out there. Yeah. I want to be freezing cold in fucking Buffalo or wherever we're at playing. Like that's what I think about all the time. So like that's when it comes to like leadership, and I know I'm doing the right things. I know it hasn't gone exactly the way it's how I've pictured it and being in the playoffs every year, things like that. But I think that's just part of my journey and that's just my life. Like I know, it's hard, but I feel like my purpose is bigger, and I feel like it's going to mean even that much more when we do win.
You got to feel like, obviously you said for 4 days you're able to sit there and kind of like reset the market a little bit. You've got to feel like, how valued the edge rusher position is, that's just got to keep going up and up and up.
Yeah.
Who do you feel like is the next guy that's just going to continue to kind of push that number?
Honestly, so like when I first signed, like you obviously, there's a lot of guys that are in contention to get paid. Like, that was a good thing about my position. It's me, TJ, Miles, Micah, we're all due to get paid. Yeah. So it's just like, who's going to be the first one? And, for me, it's not about, all right, I'm going to fucking wait this out to the last second just so I can say I'm the highest paid, because it's going to get beat anyways. You know what I mean? That wasn't a thing for me. I just wanted it to be respectful. You know what I mean? I know my value, and right out the gate, they were, they weren't fucking around. They wanted to get it done. I wanted to get it done, and we got to a place where I was happy. So, being able to reset it was amazing. And obviously for the, another 3 years guaranteed, basically a fully guaranteed contract as a DN is fucking rare, and that alone is amazing. And I know I have so much more football left, so I just look at it as, truly just a blessing. And seeing the other guys, Trey Hendrickson's another one, like he's going through that situation. Yeah. I would never want to be in that situation. So I'm grateful, that I had guys who were like, no, like we're trying to get this done. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Not everywhere's like that. And I know a lot of guys will miss a whole training camp and miss OTAs and trying to get the deal right. But for me, it's like if we can get it right before OTAs and I'm in a happy place and I can go out there and be with my guys, like I don't want to miss a fucking workout, bro.
It allows you to be more free too.
Yeah,
you're able to be the leader that you need to be.
100%. That's how are you gonna demand it from all the guys and say, I'm the fucking standard, that this is what we got to do. You got to be here at 5 a.m. But I'm not there, every day, and I'm sitting out or holding out. I'm in a whole different state, doing my own shit, waiting on a contract. That's just the way I look at it. Like, if the difference between $35.5 million and $38 million is my peace of mind and making that a year, then I'm fucked up. And you know what I mean? Or I'm doing something really fucked up. Or I got money issues. You know what I mean? If that's the way I'm thinking, but that's not how I am. Like, bro, if I can't live off that, then I'm totally fucked up. Like, I want to be with my guys. That's all that matters. Most guys don't give a fuck about that, but like, I love it. Like, I love competing, having a young dude come in, a rookie who's fucking got juice, 21 years old, and trying to beat me in drills. I'm like, nah, motherfucker, this is my shit. And that's what I enjoy. You know what I mean? That's how I'm wired. So it's cool. Like, it's been an amazing process. I obviously want to see other guys get paid. I got, obviously seeing Miles get paid. Micah's about to get paid next. Trey, those guys, like, they're all great players. And, especially playing defensive end, like, at the same time, like, it's a brotherhood. Like, it's a different little separate brotherhood. That's why we have Sack Summit. Guys like Vaughn set the standard for us, and it's cool seeing dudes get paid for getting after dudes like you. It's awesome.
Let me introduce you to RhoBack. The only way I can describe RhoBack is best fit, best feel. If you're looking for the best hoodies, shorts, polos, RhoBack has you covered. The reason I love RhoBack is simple. It's comfortable, high quality, and I can wear it anywhere. If you're looking for normal, casual clothing to wear daily, RhoBack is for you. The RhoBack hoodie is the best hoodie. I'm not lying when I say this is the softest fabric I own. It's actually ridiculous. I've seen a bunch of NFL and college football guys wearing them, and now I know why. RhoBack's all active shorts are my go-to. Think lightweight, comfortable, easy to work out in or wear throughout the day. Versatile to a T. Finally, it's getting to be summer, and RhoBack's All-American Summer Collection just dropped. These designs are money. I don't really wear polos, but if I do, it's now always a RhoBack polo. So use the code Johnny on RhoBack.com for a generous 20% off your first purchase through the end of this week. That's spelled RHOBACK.com. That's 20% off all polos, hoodies, and more with code Johnny.
As you guys get some new pieces on this team, especially like on the offensive side of the ball, there's got to be a good belief in the building. Gino, you got Ginty coming in now.
Yeah.
It's got to be a good belief that like this is a team that's capable of being able to make the run and get into those late playoff games, freezing your ass off like you were talking about.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. I never try to get too high, too low. I've had seasons where we've gone into it like when we first got McDaniels. This is going to my 4th year. We signed Davante Adams, massive deal. We brought in a bunch of players. We drafted practices, everything. We went to joint practices and we're beating the shit out of everyone. Like we went against the Niners, Patriots, all these teams, and we our confidence. It was like, oh, we can go to the Super Bowl this year. And what happened? We played like shit. You know what I mean? So I try not to get too high. I just try to stay right here and just every day improve. But it's awesome when you don't have to be the only guy. Yeah. Like I don't have to go and motherfuck the offense every other day like I've had to in the past. And Gino, like you got a guy like Gino who's a real leader. Like he's got his fucking guys. He's got their group. Then you got our O-line, Jackson Powers, a young dude, but he's stepping up as a leader. He's been following me the whole offseason. The dude hasn't missed a fucking day. Well, a couple days. I won't keep that up. But he's been, for the most part, basically 100% attendance. And like, that's what you need to win. And talking to Brady, like when Brady came in the league, he had like his Teddy Bruschi with the linebackers. They were set. You had Seymour on the D-line and Wilfork. They're set. You have Rodney Harrison on the back end. You got fucking your receiving core. You got your O-line that's like this. Like if you have leaders across the board in different position groups, like you're going to have a chance to win. And that's what I've seen so far. Bringing a guy like Jeremy Chin, great leader, great dude, great worker. Landon Roberts, a linebacker coming in. You got a bunch of young dudes. Like I said, Genty. Like there's a lot of hope. It's been incredible so far, but I just stay even keeled, like undersell and over deliver. That's my mindset going into this.
Especially when that season starts, it definitely, like you said, you go through those periods where you're fucking through OTAs or joint practices, you feel great about yourself, and the season's just a different beast. So
yeah, for sure.
It's a good approach and good mindset to be able to have on it. Speaking of Brady a little bit, it's got to be nice being able to have him within the organization now and being around the building, being able to learn, probably a lot from him.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. Just the fact that just the kid in me, like, the fact that I could just call Tom Brady and just be like, yo, what's good? Like, I got a question for you. Like, that alone is such a blessing, bro. And he's the greatest to ever do it. So having a guy like that with his vision being implemented in the building has been cool as shit. And he's not there, often, but he's very much involved. And a guy like Alex Guerrero, like I've known Brady for a few years now. And Alex Guerrero, he does all my body work, and he worked with Brady for a long, long time. And now he's in the building and he's running his department, and everything is just streamlined, and they're all about winning. And it's the same thing as like I said about the team. Like when you have leaders in different position groups, and you don't have to one guy can't just hold everybody accountable. It's got to be everyone holding their weight. And it's the same thing on the front office side. The same thing with head coaches. You got Pete Carroll, you got Spytek, you got Brady upstairs, you got Mark Davis. Like everyone is just like streamlined and focused on getting this fucking thing right. So when they broke it down to me before I signed, like, yeah, there was, a million things going through my head. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, everyone's saying every other day I got a new team making a graphic about Maxx Crosby's going to the Washington, he's going this, and then you start seeing that shit, you're like, damn, like, am I tripping? Like, should I, you know what I mean? You have that thought in the back of your head, but I'm like, it just goes back to the same thing. Like, I'm a fucking Raider. Like, I know this shit is hard, and I know the fucking hard days are fucking hard, but it's going to mean that much more when we win. And like guys like Aaron Donald, it took him 9 years to get that Super Bowl ring. In the biggest fucking moment, he was more than ready, and he goes out there and helps his team get a win. Like, that's how I see it. And I just, like, no matter what, if I went to some really good team and contender and like went and win a Super Bowl, like that would be the greatest thing ever. But like, in the back of my head, I'd be like, I feel like it just wouldn't feel the same if I did it on another team. So that's why, like, Kobe, MJ, guys like that, those are the guys that that are my icons and dudes that I aspire to be like. I want to be here and win here.
It had to be a little bit of a weird position, obviously dealing with the media last year and like seeing things about, are you still going to be here? Are you bouncing around? You know, are you going to end up in another team at another stop?
It's crazy because you see it like as, you know, you're in college and shit and you see all the trade rumors about guys in the league and shit like that, and then you get in the league and I'm a rookie just trying to figure shit out, and you know, I'm just trying to prove myself and establish who I am in the league. And you see other guys, I've seen it with Von in Denver, like he had trade rumors every other day and then he actually ended up getting traded. So it's like you never think that's going to be you, and then all of a sudden overnight you're like, holy fuck, like all I see on Twitter is me going to Detroit or going to this new team and shit like that. So it's kind of surreal, to be honest, but I just look at it like every time I try, like, get stressed out about shit like that, it's like I have to recenter myself. I'm like, what would the kid version of me say about this? I'd be like, this is pretty fucking cool. Yeah. Like every team in the league wants me on their team. I think that alone is like ultimate sign of respect. But at the same time, like I don't want to fucking be on any other team. You know what I mean? I want to be in Vegas for sure.
You know, obviously last year, AP fired. You know, Davante getting traded.
Yeah.
You know, what do you feel like kind of went wrong with both of those guys in those situations to be able to kind of not still be in with the Raiders?
You know, every situation's different. You know, Davante, I have a great relationship with Davante. I know certain fans have some strong opinions about him, but my relationship with him was great. It just didn't turn out the way we expected it. You know what I mean? He comes in, like I said, Josh McDaniels comes in, one of the best offensive minds in the league. Derek Carr, you know, him and Derek were together at Fresno. It just seems like it's like almost too good to be true. And then the Derek situation didn't work out. He gets benched at the end of the year. He didn't even finish the whole season with Davante, and then he's out of there. So it's like that's when I feel like it started with the Davante situation. Was like, okay, now Derek's gone. Now what the fuck's the plan? Yeah. Like that's his guy. You know what I mean? So I feel like after that, it kind of things got a little rocky, but. You know, Aaron's his guy. So whenever you see the jet stuff, and you know, when there's smoke, there's fire, and it seemed like it was meant to be. But I know Davante, like he's a super competitive dude, and it's cool to see him. I know him. I mean, being in LA with fucking
like this
Stafford,
is gonna be a resurgence year for him, big time.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like he's a guy that's been in the league. What is 12th year, I think, 11th, 12th year. Like he just had another 1,000-yard season, and like that's a down year for him.
Yep.
And so a guy, I know him and how he's wired, like getting with Stafford and having Puka, another great receiver, like he's not going to have all the attention all the time. That dude is he's a special player, special talent. So yeah, I wish him the best. And AP's situation is unfortunate. Like I went to bat for him, know what I mean? And we had a great relationship, but it just didn't turn out the way we expected it. Like I mean, the way we were playing last season when he stepped in for those 9 weeks. Like we had the number 1 defense in the league the second half of the year. It just felt right, you know what I mean? And obviously there could be different, the longevity of an interim situation. Like some people, have their questions. There's been failures in the in the past where an interim comes in, they play, you get a little resurgence, but it doesn't last. And that just kind of what happened. It just didn't turn out the way we expected it. And a lot of fans, like, you see shit online and you just kind of got to laugh. But like, I get shit all the time. Like, it's fucking Max's fault. He's fucking wanted AP. I'm like, shit. I'm like, there was signs in the damn stadium saying hire AP, and now it's all my fault, but that's just what comes with it. But honestly, AP's a great dude, and I wish him the best too. We'll see where he ends up, landing.
Our sponsor today is House of Atlas, a brand new razor company that just hit the market. They actually gave me one of their new razors to try out, and it's honestly the nicest looking razor I've ever owned. But more importantly, it shaves my face great thanks to its 5 high quality blades and high performance serum strip. Plus, they gave me their shave cream and aftershave to try out. Even my friends noticed how good I smelled, and they never noticed anything. As you can see from watching these episodes, sometimes I like to rock a lot of facial hair, but other times I like to switch things up, the clean shaven look. And now because I use House of Atlas razors, I'm able to easily and comfortably shave whenever I want to. I travel a lot, and I'm always on the go, so the sleek, modern design makes it easy to pack in my bag. Also, after shaving, my skin used to get a little dry, and now with the shave cream and aftershave, my face feels really moisturized and hydrated after every shave. It also has a high-performance serum strip that's infused with ingredients like aloe, vitamin E, and shea butter, which reduces irritation and helps prevent ingrown hairs. I really like that the premium razor kits come with a magnetic storage hook so that you can attach to your bathroom mirror or medicine cabinet for easy storage. And now, for a limited time, they're offering 15% off your first order when you purchase any razor kit and the before and after set, which includes the Precision Shave Cream and Calming Aftershave. Use code Johnny at houseofatlas.com. That's HOUSEOFATLAS.com with promo code Johnny for 15% off your new razor kit and before and after set. Stop wasting money and time on shaving products that don't look good, aren't effective, and cost way too much. Visit houseofatlas.com today. Trust me, you'll love it as much as I did.
March 11, 2020, you finally make that decision to really change your life, go to rehab, 5 years sober now. What's the biggest thing that you point at in your life, you know, within yourself that's kept you on that path and like allowed you to make, you know, a huge change that, I mean, is really different than a lot of guys in the league?
Yeah, it's been a hell of a journey. You know, it's not been perfect. That's the other misconception. You know, like when I first got sober, I'm thinking like, oh my God, like I have to be this whole different human now. Like, but for me, what's helped, you know, the first year is obviously really fucking tough. Just like I still wanted to drink, I still wanted to party, I still want to do those things. But once you get over that, it's really about like the character part, like who I am as a person. That's the hardest battle, and doing the right things consistently, and not just in the facility, but also doing it outside and being a great dad to my daughter and being a great husband to my wife. And like those things, those are some of the hardest battles and challenges that people don't really talk about all the time. But like all those things matter. Like if your home's fucked up, like your life's gonna be fucked up. It's gonna translate. You're gonna feel, even if you don't, you feel like, oh, I'm good, whatever. But like that shit is weighing on you in different ways you don't even realize. So like that's my battle, is just continuing to improve myself as a human being. And I'm constantly seeking that. Like that's the beauty in it, because you know, like I know myself, I'm very self-aware. I know like my weaknesses, I know my strengths. I have boundaries, I have roadblocks nowadays where I can really lean on certain people, and this is my boundary with y'all. Like if you can't do this, then I'm not gonna have you around all the time. You know what I mean? Like I'm very specific about who I have around me. I want very motivated, fucking loyal, real individuals around me. I don't want any yes men. I don't want anybody like that around me. I don't want people that aren't motivated. I shouldn't be having to motivate the people around me. We should all be motivating each other. You know what I mean? Like, of course, like being in my position, they look up. You know, a lot of my closest friends, my cousin here, like we get so close because I look at him and he's 22 years old and he's fucking every day, hey bro, I got this idea, I got this, blah, 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 blah. I'm working in the gym, I'm not working. Like I love that shit. Like those are the type of people I want around me, and that's truly what it's all about. So being sober, like I'm over 5 years sober now, like it's honestly been the coolest journey ever, because I did not think I would go a fucking day without a drink or a smoke. And now looking back, it's like, holy shit, like it's been over 5 years, and I don't look at it as like, yeah, just while I'm in the league, or yeah, I'm doing it because I'm, you know, trying to get this money in the league and, you know, have a career. Like, no, like I don't, you know, I take it one day at a time, obviously, but like I don't plan on drinking or smoking or any of that the rest of my life, because I know what that person is. Every time I have a doubt or have any type of, I just think about my last fucking day. You know what I mean? Like I felt like I was dying. That's the person I never want to go back to. Because I know how fucking dark it was. Like even it's tough times now. Like I've gone through a lot of fucking adversity in my life, even since I've been sober. I've been, you know, having all the money. You have a million things coming at you. I got all this success, all that shit. That shit's harder than fucking anything. But you have to stand true to who you are and stand on your principles and morals, and really set boundaries. And do what's best. It's not selfish to do what's best for you. And my whole life, I feel like that was a big reason, a big part of why I leaned on alcohol and drink and drugs when I was going through it, because I was like the happy-go-lucky, like just go along with everything. I don't want to make anyone upset. I don't want, you know, I was always that guy, and I was just trying to fit in. And like now, like I'm not trying to fit in with nobody. Like I'm content with who I have around me. I love who I have around me. My girls obviously come first, my home life, and obviously I got my tight-knit circle, but those are the people I want around me, people that are motivated, fucking go to the farthest length to, you know, be the best version of themselves.
I was with Vaughn this weekend. He's telling me, you guys, good times back in the day. It's always interesting when he's like, I went out with Max, we're out late last night, and then you get in your car and you just drive away. You're sober, you're on that path. it really changed how he viewed alcohol, his relationship with alcohol. You've helped a lot of people, I'm sure, with your story.
Yeah.
Getting sober and making a huge change. What does it feel like to be able to be an inspiration in that and being able to help people as well?
Yeah, you know, I take a lot of pride in that, because, you know, when I first got sober, like, I thought I was the only person dealing with it in the world. You know what I mean? I thought I had the most problems of anybody on the planet, but, you know, you go into a rehab and you're like, holy shit, like, you know, I know I'm fucked up, but like, there's some people more fucked up than me and have been through even more fucked up shit. So it's like, I look at it as an opportunity. Like, I look at it as a responsibility, like, at the same time, because, you know, like a guy like, you know, Vaughn or anybody in a position where they're trying to better themselves, like, coming to me and I'm younger, you know what I mean? And I could still be, you know, somebody that they can look at as like, damn, like, if Max can do it, like, I can do it. Like, you know what I mean? It's even in the locker room, it's the same thing. Like, if, you know, I got more money than I know what to do with, and I got all this success and all that stuff, but I'm still here. I'm here at 5 in the morning every day. Why the fuck can't you do it? You know what I mean? So I just want to influence everybody that's around me and help them better themselves. And there's been so many people that have helped me. So that's why I look at it as a responsibility to give back, because I know there was a lot of people in my corner that helped me at my lowest. And, you know, it's crazy. Like, I'm 27 years old, but like, you know, the young guys in the locker room, they look at me like I'm Unc now, and it's a little different responsibility. You know what I mean? And I definitely love it. Like, it's a different position. I never thought I would be in this position, but I take a lot of pride in it, and you know, it means a lot. Like, just seeing it could be a 70-year-old dude who's going through it. I've had people that, you know, younger, older, all different types of walks of life, like, have come to me and asked for help and how'd you do it, and like, that shit means the world to me, for real.
Big story of the NFL draft this year was Sheduer, maybe a chance that he was gonna end up in Oakland. What would your message be to him, having slipped to where he did and now being in the situation that he's in?
Sheduer, I've known him since he was a kid. My brother was roommates with his older brother at SMU, and I remember going to Dion's like house back in Texas. He had that fucking crazy ass crib with a full football field.
One?
Yeah, the Prosper one. And I went there as a kid, and that was the first time I ever met him. And so like, seeing him grow and, you know, started off at Jackson State and then goes to Colorado, like, we kind of got reconnected. And during this whole process, like, leading up to the draft, like, we were talking, like, the whole draft, like, he called me every day. And he's like, damn, bro, I might go later than you now. And it was like, he handled it really well. I got to give him a lot of props for that, because a lot of people would be fucking spiraling. But I think he's handled it the right way. I mean, I try to just give him the best advice I can, being a guy that's went through that process. But, you know, people have their certain opinions. You're Deion Sanders' son. You got a big personality, bigger than life. He's got his jewelry. He's got this, and you know, people just automatically put him in a box. You know, that he's a distraction, not a good kid, things like that. And I think that's unfair, but it really doesn't matter. You know, at the end of the day, you get drafted. That's all that matters. Yeah. You could be the number 1 overall pick. You could be the fucking last pick. Brock Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant. He just got paid $265. So all that shit doesn't matter. He just got to come in with the right mindset. And I think if he just focuses on strictly just football and goes out there and, you know, gets a hold of the grasp of the locker room, I know he's going to have a chance to compete. Deshaun, you know, I don't know if Deshaun's even going to be ready this year. So I'm wishing the best for him. I love the kid. Like, he's, you know, I've always had a great relationship with him, and I wish him the best. But it's just, you know, like I said, certain things happen for a reason. You know, I don't know if New York would have been the best spot for him. I don't know. You know what I mean? So it works out how things are supposed to work out, and he's going to have to really earn it. His leash is a little bit shorter now, being a 5th-round pick, and he's got to earn it. And I think it's going to be the best thing for him at the end of the day.
I think a lot of guys in that position, I think, to be honest, handled it as good as you possibly can, with a smile on your face and like just letting everything kind of play itself out, because it's not easy to sit there, you know, early in the draft process. Him and Deion sitting there like, we're going to be off the board in the first 5 picks.
Yeah.
And you sit there for 5 rounds. That's a highly like anxious spot to be in. I mean, even for me, sitting and just like waiting till the end of the first round was like, I don't think I would have been able to handle it the way that he did. It's mad props to him to be able to you know, face that and just take it straight on.
What do you, to ask you a question, what do you think like is the main reason he dropped that far?
Man, I don't know.
Quarterback opinion.
Is you like, like hear and like just kind of see reports about like certain things, like the NFL coaches for the quarterback position are just like, you know, maybe he's a little bit too loud at times, like the quiet guy, you know, the Geno type of guy who just comes in, is kind of under the radar. Like those guys seem to do a lot better, like when it comes to, you know, the draft process and going through it, like, you know, media coverage, like how it's been with him being in Cleveland already. You know, I'm watching rookie minicamp stuff and they're like detailing every single report of every single throw. Like it's fucking crazy. It's rookie minicamp. Like you're
every stat,
every single snap of red zone, how much shit. So it's just like, it just adds that question of just like, you're getting peppered with so much shit.
Yeah.
Why do I think he kind of maybe slipped? I don't know. It's going through the pre-draft process, I guess. You know, you have to be super, super prepared about certain things. You know, maybe he was, maybe he wasn't, but at the end of the day, you know, he's getting an opportunity now in Cleveland with a quarterback situation that, you know, honestly, he can come out of and win the job. Yeah. There's no doubt about that. So, you know, I think he'll do well. I really do. I think the kid works really hard. I think he loves the game of ball. And when it comes down to it, if you have a guy like that that loves the game, obviously grown up around it his whole life, you know, I think he'll be successful.
I agree, bro. I agree.
Going back to the Eastern Michigan stuff a little bit, new assistant GM role at the former school. NIL's changed everything a little bit. What does that role look like? You're still obviously in the league, but feel like you're in a position to be able to help your former school get better.
No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, obviously my full focus and attention to detail is on winning a Super Bowl and being the best player I can be here with the Raiders. But it's something I'm super passionate about. You know, Eastern is the only team that gave me an offer and gave me an opportunity. So, you know, I've obviously given a lot back to the school, and it's something that just kind of came about. You know, seeing it kind of started with Steph Curry. Like he started with Davison, another smaller school, and now he's, you know, in that role helping them out on an NIL basis and recruiting, you know, kind of recruiting deal. And so I started talking to our AD a little bit. We're super close. My head coach is still there. Been there over 10 years, which is rare as fuck in the MAC. And we've had some great conversations. And, you know, one thing led to another. And I just feel like I can help, you know, be a part of it. And they agreed and, you know, wanted me to be a part of the staff, you know, ultimately. So I got time on the weekends. I got little windows here and there that I can step in and help. So it's really focused on the recruiting angle and NIL, and it's tough, bro. I could say it's a whole different animal. I've been recruiting guys for the last month now and helping out and trying to get some pass rushers, and you know, we just got two new, you know, guys commit, which is a big deal. But there's also a lot of guys you're like, oh, I'm gonna get this dude for sure. Then all of a sudden Western Michigan offers $100K and we're like, we don't got that. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's different, you know what I mean? You got kids, like dudes from the inner city, guys that are 19 years old getting six figures thrown in front of them. Like, there's only so much you can do. And, you know, for me, I just try to offer my advice and wisdom and give them a different perspective, because at the end of the day, that's what I try to tell them. Like, we're going to get you some money, but like, this is not your long-term money.
Yeah, this is your forever money.
No, what is that $100K going to be in 2-3 years? It's going to be gone. It's really about the opportunity. That's the way I look at it. So it's been a different hustle and a different struggle in some ways, but at the same time, like, I love it. Like, that thrill, that competitor in me, like, I love getting on the phone and, you know, telling them why they need to be at Eastern instead of this school and this school and this school. So it's been great so far. It's been a lot of fun and a different challenge for sure, but that's something I look at, you know, down the road. Like, I want to have ownership one day in a professional team and football. Here, hopefully.
Hey, real quick, I want to give a shout out to our new sponsor, Athletic Nicotine. If you're looking for a clean, sustainable energy boost without the jitters, this one's for you. Athletic Nicotine offers the lowest dose, slow release, tobacco-free nicotine made right here in the USA. And it's free from artificial sweeteners and microplastics. Whether you're an athlete, a biohacker, or just someone who loves getting into that flow state, this product is designed to gradually lift your energy, helping you stay focused and sharp without crashing. It's perfect for shifting your mindset mindset and keeping you in the zone all day long. I use athletic nicotine on the golf course when I need to lock in and take the edge off. Or sometimes I throw in one before or during a workout. It's the perfect performance tool to sharpen your mind. Ready to level up your focus? Head over to www.athleticnicotine.com/Johnny to grab yours today. Now let's get back to the show.
Playing Texas high school football, the first step of your journey, but had to really prepare you. I think it's the best high school football in the country, no doubt.
100%.
So talk a little bit about that and how it was playing in a state like that, being able to help you prepare you for what your journey's been.
It was a culture shock. Like I grew up in Michigan. I lived there till I was 10. My dad was in mortgage in that whole side of things, and we lost everything. And I ended up moving to Texas because my grandpa was out there. So I knew nothing about Texas. I've never been there, none of that. And we had to move like quick. So going out to Texas, I'm going into Pee Wee my first year, 6th grade, and I'm used to Michigan. Like you're in the fucking like a basement getting your jock strap and shit, and you're just trying to figure out just get all the right gear. I go to Texas and every team has like an NFL or college like branded team. Like we were the Longhorns. We had the most badass fucking uniforms, like names on the back of our jerseys. I'm like, this is fucking insane.
Fucking Rydell Speed Flexes.
The Speed Flex, everything. I'm like, I used to have the fucking shittiest helmet you can imagine, the fucking middle bar. So it was crazy. Like it was a totally different animal, but I loved it. Like there was weight limits. Like you had to be like under a certain amount of weight to carry the ball. There's a Pro Bowl game. Like it was the dopest shit, and I loved it. And I'm like in the heart of the DFW, so you got all the best kids in the area. It's so competitive, and I loved it. So yeah, like going into high school, I'm playing 6A football. Like we're playing my district. My senior year was South Lake, Carroll, Trinity, Coppell, like big dogs. Yeah. And every week I'm playing like legitimately Alabama right tackle, Texas Tech right tackle, Texas A&M right tackle. Like every week I'm playing D1 guys, and my senior year was my first year ever playing DN. Like I had a big ass growth spurt going into my last year, so that was a humbling experience to say the least. I'm like trying to learn how to play, but also going against like real fucking dogs. Dudes, and it was so much fun though. Like that camaraderie, you know how it is. Like you have tailgates at your high school games, like packed out fucking parking lot. All week is like that's all everyone's talking about, and like we were like celebrities in high school. We thought like it was the coolest shit ever. So yeah, I truly enjoyed it, every second of it, and those were the days for sure. Like some of those guys on that team, like we still talk to this day, and it's definitely dope, bro.
One offer coming out, Eastern Michigan. Teams weren't always the best, but still had a lot of success, 2-time All-Max selection. You decided to enter the draft after your junior year.
Yeah.
Any doubt running through your mind that you weren't ready to go to the next level, take it to the next step, or you were just like, I feel like I'm ready to leave early, I'm good to go, let's rock?
That whole process, I tell guys this story all the time because I truly believe in this. Like, you gotta be your own number one fan. Like, if you don't truly believe it deep down, like, nobody else will. And I can't tell you how many people, I can name every single one of them, but like from coaches to players to people close to me that thought I was fucking crazy to leave school early. I'm in a Maxx school. You need to fucking come back. You need to put on some weight to do this, da 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 da. And like everyone in the world is telling me I need to go. Like 2 people, it was my wife, Rachel, and my agent, CJ, who I'm still with to this day, is my guy. And they were the 2 people that fully believed in what I was gonna do. I was like, I'm ready. Like, I don't have a meal plan here at Eastern. Like, I get a fucking beef jerky stick after every workout. There's no way I'm putting on 10 pounds of muscle. Like, I've maxed out what I've done. I made 2, back-to-back, first team All-Mac. Like, I'm balling, but like, I'm ready to take that next step. And I just felt like at that time, it was tough for me I could have came back and set every record and done all that. And that would have been awesome, but like, just for me internally, like I knew it was time to go. Like I don't know what it was. I was ready to go and take the next step. Like I said, Rachel and CJ were the 2 people that in my corner were like fully on board. And once I made that decision, like we played our last bowl game, Georgia Southern in Alabama. We lost in a fucking it still to this day bothers the shit out of me. And we lost on the last second kick. And the kicker, ironically, happens to be Tyler Bass for the fucking Buffalo Bills. So we play Georgia Southern. You don't expect their kicker to be smashing 50-yard field goals, and he definitely did that. And sent us home my last football game. And it was tough, bro, but I knew it was time. And right after that game, I go home. I went back to Texas. And I was there, it was like 2-3 days, and like I already had my mind made up. My mind was made up before the season. Like I'm going after this year. It's my time. And I had every coach tell me, you're gonna go in the 6th, 7th round. You need to go back to school. You need to, like, some of the closest people to me, like, bro, you need to go back to school. I'm like, fuck you. You don't think I could fucking do it? Like, all right, fuck you. So I like, you know, it might sound fucked up to certain people, but like that's just like, it just put a bigger chip on my shoulder. Like in my head, I'm like, I've done everything statistically I needed to do in college. Like I've done it. I need to go. I know what I'm gonna do at the combine. Most people looked at me as, you know, high mode or blue collar. You're the typical white DN label. I'm like, I'm gonna go there and fucking blow the combine. I'm gonna go crazy. And that's exactly what I did. Like I got a combine invite. I was like top 2 or 3 in every category, vertical 40, you know, 5'10", 5, all that shit. And then after the combine, like, all this shit started picking up. I started getting top 30 visits all over, getting a ton of calls, ton of workouts. And what my agent told me is like, you go kill the combine, like I think you're gonna be a top 100 pick. And I was like, that's all I needed. Like, I don't care about being a first round pick. I know I'm not gonna be a first round pick. If I go back to Eastern and have 30 sacks in a year, I'm still not gonna go first round. I'm 245 pound skinny ass white DN with fucking DUI on his record and a bunch of bullshit, you know what I mean? Like I knew what it was. So after that process, I'd kill the combine, kill my pro day, and I ended up going 106. It was close. I didn't get top 100, but I was right there. And ultimately, I just wanted an opportunity. And Jon Gruden gave me that. You know, I'll never forget it. I was in Texas, had the whole family, all my boys, my friends, and getting a call from I see a 510 number from Oakland. I'm like, no fucking way. And Jon Gruden was on the phone. I was like, this is unbelievable. And I still, like, that call, like, they have the draft videos and stuff, and I remember in that moment, like, it just felt so right. Like, me being a Raider, like, it just meant too much. It made too much sense. And I told him, he's like, I need you to get after Mahomes, I need you to get after Phillip Rivers, I need you to blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Coach, I'm telling you, I'm the guy. I'm the guy, I'm telling you. And I still watch that video, bro, from now and then. Like, it just resets my mind, because it's like, that was my mindset before I even did shit. Yeah. But that's why I'm in this position today. I truly believe that, because I know I'm gonna work fucking harder than anybody. I know I'm willing to go farther than anybody, but it's just really deep down, like that belief in yourself. When nobody really had my back and nobody really thought it was a good idea to go to the draft, it was like, Jon Gruden fucking believed in me, and he thinks I'm a fucking baller. Like, if he believes in me, that's all I needed. If my wife believes in me, my agent, I'm good. And then people got to see it right out the gate. So it's cool looking back at that shit, because, you know, I was a kid, like, just like, I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know if I'm going to like, bro, my first couple weeks in the league, I'm going against Trent Brown and OTAs. Like, we're in no pads, and I got a 400-pound mountain in front of me. I legitimately couldn't move. I'm getting fucking straight jacketed every day. And it'll make you question yourself a little bit, but it gave me like supreme confidence, like beating a guy like him in practice. I was like, if I could beat this motherfucker, I could beat anybody. And that's just kind of how it was. It was just like step after step, and the confidence just kept growing, because I knew, like, deep down, like, I still feel that way to this day. Like, even after the contracts, all that shit, like, I don't look at, like, 'cause so many people ask me, like, bro, just chill, like, go on vacation, I'm like, bro, I got so much shit I gotta do. Like, I'm so far from where I wanna go. Like, I wanna be considered Aaron Donald in my position. That's how I want people to look at me. I want there to be no debate. I wanna win. There's all those things that I'm searching and on my way to do, and that's what pushes me every day. So, yeah, bro, it's been a hell of a journey.
You're vocal about being, feeling like, even though close to being a top 100 pick, still felt a little slighted about going in the 4th round.
Yeah.
You remember how many DNs were taken before you?
Yeah, I think it was 13. I got all the names on my phone. I can go one by one, but yeah, bro, I remember watching the draft. Like there were some guys that I even trained with, and I'm busting their ass every day. Like, I had Brian Burns there with me at Exos. He was locked, 1st round pick, top 15 guy. I think he went, I forgot what number, I think 13 he ended up going to Carolina. But, like, you could ask Burns, like, that's my guy. Like, he was the most athletic, freaky dude there, and he was the most hyped up. I'm like, I'm going after him every day. Every drill, 5-10-5, 40 vertical, I'm going after Burns every day, and he made me better, and we made each other better. But like, you go into the draft, you're like, I'm killing somebody, and then you see him go second round, third round. I'm like, that's what gave me even more confidence. I'm like, I don't even give a fuck about where I get drafted. Just put me on the field. That's all I needed. So yeah, it was tough, bro. Trust me, the competitor in me, I'm like, no fucking way. They waited fucking 3 days to draft my ass. I got something for y'all, no doubt.
You get into like more of a vet side of your career a little bit. You look at yourself, let's say look at tape from rookie year to now. What's the biggest difference you see in yourself and critiquing your own game?
Yeah, it's funny. This off season, that was one thing I really wanted to deep dive in, is like my year by year progression, what I can do better, how I can get better, what I do well. And my coach, Rob Leonard, is our D-line coach, him and his two assistants, like they literally gotten every tackle I've made, every missed tackle, every missed sack, every TFL, every pressure, every hurry, like literally, it's literally labeled Maxx files. And we've been going through every single day. I'm in there with them, I mean, at least 2 hours a day after the whole day is done. And we sit there and watch the film, and it's hilarious, like watching from 2019 to like 2025, like just the way I move, and like you could just tell, like as a young guy, like how much I was thinking out there, and I was a step slow and hesitant about certain things. But as that year went on, like I noticed, like, okay, now I'm starting to like not hesitate. I'm starting to get better, and I'm starting to make more plays. And like as the years go by, just like not just even a mental side, it's like the physical part, like how much work I put into my body and becoming the best version of myself as an athlete. Like, bro, it's like night and day. Like if I go 2019 and show you 2025, it's like fucking two different humans on film, and it just shows you the work is coming to fruition. And I know it is, but it's just funny, like you don't realize it in real time. Like you're just getting better every day. You're fucking focused on all the little shit, the recovery. Like I get fucking massage every single day. I'm on Epsom salt every single day, tubs every day. All that little shit pays off over time. You don't really realize it on a day-to-day basis, but then you look back, you're like, holy shit, I looked like this a year ago. I didn't even realize how much fucking better I got. So it's been really cool, like just deep diving in that film and just seeing the progress. And it just gives me more motivation, because I know, like, obviously last year was tough. Like, I went through a lot, and I missed, 5 games, and I played Carolina with a boot, like basically 11 games, and I still was very productive in certain ways. But now, like, being healthy again and just mentally, physically, everything across the board, like, I'm fucking laser focused on showing everyone, like, you think like, you know, people talk, you see everything, like, oh shit, the injury bug's starting to hit him now, he's getting a little older now. I'm like, I know fucking everything. I take a picture of everything. I know exactly who said what, and I just can't wait to go out there. Not only, you know, the competitors like, fuck you, I'm gonna prove y'all wrong, but like the biggest, like the competitor inside of me is like, I just want to prove myself right. Like I know the way I talk to myself, I know how it's supposed to look like and feel. That's what I'm most excited about, is just going out there proving myself right.
Big rivalry right now. Chiefs are a team that's very much the top. Mahomes is good of a quarterback as you're going to see in the league. Yeah. You know, what's it like going against them? And obviously, you see those games on your schedule every year. Definitely adds a little bit of an element to want to go get after their ass for sure.
No doubt, no doubt. I love playing them. And you know, me and Pat have had a very healthy rivalry for years now. That's another thing. Like I take a lot of pride in that too. Like he's the best of the best, and I view myself as the best of the best. So every time you put two competitors out there, and you know, I'm trying to literally kill him every play, and he's trying to make plays every time. Like that's when you got to be at your best. And you know, he brings the best out of me, and I'm sure he would say the same. And yeah, you know, he's another Texas high school guy. So like he's obviously a whole different stratosphere from most guys that I've been around as a player. But that's a matchup I look forward to every time. You know what I mean? He's a fucking dog, and yeah, it just, when we're out there, we know what time it is. Like we have ultimate respect. You know, I hug his kids after the game, dap it up, we talk our shit, but like when we're in between the lines, it's war. That's what it's all about.
You've got a chance to check off a lot of major goals in your career. what's next on that goal list and like to-do list for Maxx Crosby?
You know, I keep up to date on every little thing and what everyone's saying and every stat. All those things are great. But I don't live in that. You know, for me, it's about daily improvement. I look at it as microscope, telescope. Like my microscope is my day-to-day, like my routine, the simplest shit, eating at the exact same time, my meal prep, everything is dialed in. Every workout is fucking detailed. Doing extra reps on every single set that I'm doing. Like it's all the little shit that pays off in the end. But like telescope-wise, like what I see on the horizon, like I keep in the back of my head, you know, from time to time, I try not to stay there and think about it all the time, but like, I want to be a Hall of Famer. I want to be first ballot. I want to win a Super Bowl, at least one. I mean, first team All-Pros, Defensive Player of the Year, all those things, like those are things that I plan on accomplishing, but it won't happen if I'm not dialed and focused on where my feet are at. So that's really my mindset on a daily basis.
We talked about a lot of moments from your career. If you choose one word to define your glory days, what would that be for you?
I would say relentless. Everything I do is, and the reason I'm here is just that relentless mindset, no matter what I'm in. Like if I could be fucking down and out and stomped down a million times, like you gotta kill me to take me out. And that's the way I approach everything in my life. Like if I got a heartbeat, I got a chance, and that's just the way I approach everything. So just having a relentless mindset on a daily basis, no matter what I'm in, from my football to my business to my home life to my family, like having that relentless mindset, like I'm gonna set the standard and we'll see where we go. Like I had no idea what it would look like when I was 27 years old. I just fucking worked and fucking competed and fucking set my standard higher than it doesn't even seem realistic. And now all of a sudden I'm hitting these fucking goals. It's like, damn, like I'm just getting started. You know what I mean? So just having a relentless mindset in everything I do, and the rest will take care of itself. The contracts, the stats, the money, all that shit, like that takes care of itself. But it's really just being relentless and being where your feet are at.
Well, bro, more than anything, I think, you know, this for me, anytime I get a chance to come around, you went on your pod last year, kicked it a couple times, man, your approach on life and the way you handle yourself and just your outlook on everything is, I mean, truly as badass as it gets, bro. Like, you know, the way you handle yourself, the way, you know, you've dealt with a lot of adversity and still here, like, you know, that relentless mindset that you have, man, I fucking love the shit out of it, bro. So
appreciate it, bro.
More than anything, man, I appreciate you coming on. Always a good time anytime we get a chance to link up. Nothing but love. Wish you the best this year, and you continue to go out and do your thing and be that fucking guy for sure.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Always, man.
Appreciate you.